Hi, my name is Jess Fearnley and I'm the Industry Development Officer for Temperate Fruits, specialising in apples and cherries. And today we're going to talk about what you can do to help your orchard recover from bushfire. So the first thing that you want to do when a bushfire has come through your orchard is to make sure that you go in and assess the whole block, specifically looking at trees that may have been burned but are still showing signs of green foliage and green cambium bark, and then making sure that we're getting the water back onto these trees as soon as possible. So double checking that the irrigation wasn't melted in any spots, and removing these as quick as possible and trying to get water onto the trees as soon as possible to give them the best possible chance of regrowth. Okay, so when assessing a block that's been affected by bushfire, you want to make sure that you're looking at the whole tree. The first thing to double check is that if you've had hail net, you want to make sure that if the net has been melted onto the tree, that we kind of walk away from these trees, because if the net has melted, this means that the trees have experienced serious heat and the chances of survival are very minimal. So it's best to just walk away from these blocks rather than putting inputs onto trees that probably won't come back. The second more positive note is that if you've had trees that have just been affected by either radiant heat or maybe some scorching around the bottom of the trees, you can have a look to see if these trees are going to come back. So what we can look for is down the bottom of the tree, the burned vegetation might only have seared half of the tree. So you can do this by looking at where the burn marks are on the tree. If the burn has gone the whole way around the tree and has affected the crown, then there are less chances of survival of this tree. But if the tree has only burned half the side of the trunk, then you may have a chance that the tree will come back, but there could have a girdling effect on the fruit crop. So you just have to keep an eye on that in the next couple of years. The other thing that you can check for if the tree is still alive is by making an incision on the branch or the trunk and having a look if there's still a green cambium layer. If it's still green, then it means the tree is still receiving nutrients and it has a good chance of survival. The best thing that you can do with trees that have been affected is by just leaving them. So don't remove any of the fruit and leaving them until winter to then try to make some decisions on what you're going to prune back. If you've already begun pruning and you feel like you would like to go in and prune your blocks, remove branches, but then make sure that you put a fungicide on the tree as soon as possible, so you're preventing that tree from incoming diseases and pests and giving it more of a chance of survival. All of this information can be found on the DPI Bushfire Hub.